Welcome learners. In this session, I will talk about the units of tribal social system. In this session, I will describe the concepts of clan and lineage as units of tribal social system. But before beginning today's session, let me first recapitulate what I had discussed in the previous session. I will also discuss further details of some of the concepts. In the previous session, we discussed about tribal social organization, tribal social system. The tribal social system gives an idea of the people living in an organized society. They have a definite geographical area, a separate language or dialect, and distinct culture, and have at least a common feeling of determination against strangers. I had also explained about the tribal social organization. The social organization and structure of the tribe projects the whole picture of the tribes in India. Tribe is a group of people of the same race having same customs, language, religion, and living in a particular area and are often led by a chief. In the previous session, we had also learned about the definition and characteristics of tribe. Tribe is a social group in which there are many clans, nomadic band villages, or other such groups. They usually have a definite geographical area, a separate language, a singular and distinct culture, and either common political organization or at least a feeling of common determination against strangers. About subtribe, we had discussed in the previous session that a tribe is divided into a few groups depending on the economy, ecology, and isolation. We had also discussed that when a tribe is socially divided into only two groups based on its social activities, each group is called moiety. This organization is known as a dual organization. Let me mention here a definition of tribe given by W.H.R. Rivers, an eminent anthropologist. He defines tribe as a social group of a simple kind, the members of which speak a common dialect, have a single government, and act together for such common purposes as warfare. The Census of India 2011 notifies scheduled tribes in 30 states of India. The number of individual ethnic groups notified as scheduled tribes is 705. Let us now see some distinctive characteristics of tribe. The first characteristics of tribe is that tribal people have a definite common topography. They live within a definite topography, a common place for all the members of a particular tribe is there. They occupy that region. Living in a common and definite living place, the tribals maintain their other characteristics of a tribal life, like common language, way of living, and tribe community sentiment, etc. Tribal people also have a great sense of unity and bonding. It's a very closed community, having a strong sense of unity at all times, even during the times of peace and war. Tribals are an endogamous group. Endogamy is a social rule that requires a person to marry within a definite social group of which he or she is a member. Endogamy is a rule of marriage in which the life partner from outside the group is prohibited. Marriage is allowed only within the group, and the group may be caste, class, tribe, race, village, religious group, etc. There are certain purposes of endogamy. These may be to maintain racial purity, geographical separation, religious differences, cultural differences, sense of superiority or inferiority, the policy of separation, the desire to keep wealth within the group, etc. Tribal people generally do not marry outside their tribe, and marriage within the tribe is highly appreciated and much applauded. However, nowadays intertribal marriages are becoming more and more common. Another factor which strengthens the sense of unity and bonding among tribals is blood relationship. Tribals also follow a very simple form of religion. Tribal religion is of a rudimentary nature. Tribes believe in certain myths and in totems. A totem is an object or a symbol which represents an animal or a plant. It serves as an emblem of a group of people such as a clan, a family, a group, a lineage or a tribe. It serves as a link to their ancestry or mythic past. Totemism denotes a mystical or ritual relationship among members of a tribe. Another characteristics of tribes are they have a tribal chief. The head of a tribe is a tribal chief or a chieftain. The tribal chief provides protection from intrusion and infiltration. The chief is a single political authority. All the powers are vested in this authority. The safety of the tribal is left to the skill and mental power of the person enjoying the political authority. Tribal chief is also helped by tribal committee members in the event of any contingencies. The tribe is divided into a number of small groups, and each group is headed by its own leader. Another characteristics of tribal people is that they have a distinct political organization. Every tribe has its own distinct political organization which looks after the interests of tribal people. The whole political authority lies in the hands of a tribal chief. In some tribes, tribal committees exist to help the tribal chief to discharge his functions in the interests of the tribe of small groups. Each group is headed by its own leader. Tribals also have a common dialect. They have a particular form of language which is peculiar to a specific region or a social group. This element further strengthens their sense of unity and bonding. Common culture is another characteristics of tribal people. Tribal people have a common culture. They have a strong sense of unity and share a common language, a common religion and common political organization. It makes them have a homogeneous life. Tribal people have egalitarian values. They believe that all people are equal and deserve equal rights and opportunities. Thus, there are no caste system or gender discrimination. Men and women enjoy equal rights and freedom. However, tribal chiefs enjoy a higher social status, exercise political authority and possess wealth. So, the term tribe includes communities who are very different from one another in terms of demographic size, linguistic and cultural traits, ecological conditions, and material conditions of living. After independence, the term scheduled tribe came to be used to denote tribes who are scheduled under the Constitution of India. The tribal communities are distinguished from other communities by relative isolation, cultural distinctiveness and low level of production and subsistence. Tribals are native inhabitants. There are several terms used for them like Adivasi, first settler, Vanvasi, inhabitants of forests, Vanya Jati, castes of forests, Pahari, hill dwellers, Adim Jati, primitive people, Janjati, folk people, and Anusuchit Janjati, scheduled tribes, and so on. Among all these terms, Adivasi is known most extensively, and Anusuchit Janjati or scheduled tribes is the constitutional name covering all of them. About subtribe, we had discussed in the previous session that a tribe is divided into a few groups depending on the economy, ecology and isolation. We had also discussed that when a tribe is socially divided into only two groups based on its social activities, each group is called moiety. This organization is known as a dual organization. The moieties are endogamous in nature, and each tribe is again subdivided into a number of exogamous clans. A tribe or subtribe is divided into number of clans that are further grouped into 3 or more groups or cluster of clans in order to maintain their individuality on a higher order or form a phratry. It is more common in tribal India among the northeastern Himalayan tribes and a few tribes of middle India. The local group is a distinct system. It comprises of number of families who are living in a common settlement, tola or village. It is a permanent unit of those who live in settled villages. They play a vital role in social and economic life. Let us now discuss about clan. Tribal groups are divided into clans. The clan is an important part of tribal social system. Majumdar and Madan have considered the Sibs as clans, and according to them, it is often the combination of a few lineages and descent. It is ultimately traced to a mythical ancestor who may be human, human-like, animal, plant or even inanimate. According to Vidyarthi, clan can be defined as an exogamous division of a tribe, the members of which are held to be related to one another by some common ties, maybe belief in descent from common ancestor, possession of a common totem or habitation of a common territory. A clan is constituted by including all the relatives of either her mother's or the father's lineage and all the offsprings of ancestors in such a lineage. In such a manner, many lineages constitute a clan. We may categorize the clan into some common empirical combinations based on the study of clan organization of the tribes of India and the construction of typology of clans. Primarily, among the Indian tribes clan organization, it is found that in almost all the tribal groups and the majority of the groups are based on its totemic principle. As regards to totemic principle, the totem occurs in wide areas of the tribal society. Secondarily, we have a clan like the Gotra of the Hindu society, and the people claim their ancestry in some rishis. Tertiary, group of tribals who have no clan organization take the help of territorial or distant descendants and relatives or local groups in marital alliances. Therefore, based on these three classifications, most of the Indian tribe clan are classified into three groups, namely totemic clan, clan based on rishis or saints, and local groups based on generation or territory. The totemic clan is associated with a definite group of individuals set in certain relation to an animal, an object, a plant, animate or inanimate. After that, they are named, and in connection, the view prevails that the members of this group cannot establish marital ties among them and the object after which the group is named must be respected. This type of clan organization are found in tribe like Santhal Bhil, Gond, Orao, Munda or small as the Birhor and Chenchu. Another form of clan which exists is reported from many tribes named after rishis or saints. For instance, the Gonds have named their clans after mythological saints, namely Vashishta, Kashyap and Dadhichi. They have divided themselves into social clans and trace their ancestry from any rishi of the Hindu society. There are few exceptions of clan organization on tribal India level. They are Malays of Rajmahal in Santhal Pargana of West Bengal, the Kadars of Cochin and Andamanis of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. These groups function almost like clan groups. So these are functionally established clans or local groups, but they regulate their marital ties on generational or territorial grouping by forming a local group. In all India level, another classification of clan is made on the basis of their combination and subdivision. They are in monometric, dimetric, triadic or more and subclan forms of structure. They are modeled as follows. Tribe divided into numerous clans which may be called monometric in structure. Clans grouped mainly into two groups which may be called dimetric in structure or conventionally called moiety. Clans of a tribe grouped into three or more groups which may be called triadic phratry. Clan itself is divided into a number of subclans. Firstly, among many tribes, the monometric structure of a clan is found in India. It is found in Munda tribe wherein 64 clans are present. Secondly, the dimetric structure of clan is called moiety conventionally or in combination of clans into two groups found in many tribes. It is found in Toda of Nilgiri tribe. They have two endogamous groups such as Thartazol and Theveloil. They consist of 12 and 6 clans respectively. Thirdly, the phratry structure is composed of 3 or more groups formed by combining a number of clans. The Rajkhonds of Satpura have divided themselves into 4 groups and further divided into many clans. The clans of the Hos and the Kilis are divided into subclans. For instance, the Purti clan is divided into 7 clans. This split up of clans may or may not allow marriages between one section and another. This splitting up of clans into subclans is either due to their migration or adoption of new cultural traits. Further, the clan can be observed on the basis of their extension and expansion. It can be enumerated as conical clan, dispersed clan, territorial clan and local cognatic descent groups which function as clan. The conical clan presents a conical form of descent group. The descendants claim themselves to come from a common, real, mythical or imaginary ancestor. In matrilineal communities, the common tie lies in the female ancestor, whereas common male ancestor exists in the patrilineal communities. The third type of conical clan is bilineal based on double descent. Therefore, the 3 types of conical clan are matrilineal conical clan, patrilineal conical clan and bilineal conical clan. The matrilineal conical clan is scattered among the tribes like the Jayantiya, where all members of a kur or clan always claim descent from a common ancestress. The patrilineal conical clan existed among many Middle India tribes, and the descent calculated from the father's line. The Dimasa Kacharis have the bilineal conical clan, in which the male child gets the clanship of the father and the female child gets the clanship from the mother's side. The conical clan has the matrix of unilateral grouping, which in due course combines itself with few lineages to form a clan, namely a number of lineages in the Bhunjias of Orissa from Baraj clan. In almost all the tribes, the dispersed clan is found as the most famous and extensive form of clan. In this type also, the clan members claim a common ancestor and a common link on either matrilineal or patrilineal line of which they are really dispersed. They lose their visible or traceable coordination. This type of clans are scattered over vast areas and in different locales, and sometimes they give rise to another type of clan based on territory. Gonds are such case, and they are distributed in vast areas and in due course borne the territorial names like Chhattisgarhi and Chindwara. The territorial clan claims and defends a definite territory within which most of the clan men of the group reside and make up the core. The Nagas of Nagaland have clans with their typical local groups, khals, which are territorial in nature. The Kamars of Chhattisgarh have territorial groups such as Mahandia, Jaunpira, Surgujia and Bastarha. This kind of clan is also found in the Chenchus of Andhra Pradesh and Adiyan of Kerala tribes. The local cognatic descent groups are usually internally grouped and ranked by the number of generations. They are neither exogamous nor endogamous. Each descent group forms a network of their kinsmen. This local group consists of the descendants of a given ancestral pair. Now let us discuss about lineage. Lineage is a group of families having a common ancestor. It is a group of agnates descended from the founder of a particular line. Logically, it includes dead persons descended from the founder in order to know their genealogical position and to identify the living. 4 stages of lineage segmentation are suggested based on their size, position in the segmentary system and functions. They are maximal lineage, major lineage, minor lineage and minimal lineage. The minimal lineage is the smallest unit and has a time depth of 3 to 5 generations. The lineage system is an extension of the joint family system in its wide scope. The Evans Pritchard's 4-stage lineage is extended into 6. They are intervillage, village, lineage group, lineage, sublineage and family respectively. The lineage is made up exclusively of probable blood relatives, which denote all members who are demonstrably descended from a common ancestor or ancestress. Firth cited that a lineage, meaning primarily a line of descent, is now taken also to mean a unilateral descent group, all members of which trace their genealogical relationship back to founding ancestor. If the lineage system is patrilineal or organotic, the members consist of men, their children and their sisters, and they, that is the members, trace their descent through male, normally to an original male ancestor. If the system is matrilineal, the members consist of women, their children and their brothers, tracing descent through female, normally to an original ancestress. He further says that groups of lineage type usually tend to form subgroups by division in what has been called segmentation, fission, ramification or branching. In regard to this branching process, lineage groups have been termed as ramages, a name linked with the metaphor which some of these systems use that grow like branches of a tree. In Sanskrit, the term Vansh-vriksha is equal to lineage tree, which it itself explains that it's grown like a tree. According to Karve, there are two terms, namely Kula and Vansh. A Kula was a localized great family. It was supposed to be necessary for a man to be able to name his father, mother and Kula, and one who could name his Kula was a Kulina, which has come to mean well born. She again describes that Vansha is a line of patrilineal descent. Kula is a patrikin based on locality. The Vansha and Kula were patronymic, derived from the name of some famous ancestors, among whom a new hero arose and gave his name to his own descendants. Moreover, Nath says the Bhils of western India are from few villages. The population consists of a single lineage group within a depth and extension of up to 5 or 6 generations. Among the Mundas and the Oraons of Bihar, the people are of a number of lineages, like the Pahan Munda Khund or Mahato Khund, who live together. Roy views that the original settlers, that is Bhuihars, of an Oraon village split into 2 or 3 Khunds. The Khund is the sacerdotal head or Pahan and the temporal headman or headmen, Munda or Mahato or both. He further states that the lineage groups are again classified into 2 types based on the phase of settling of their members in a village, namely the lineages of original settlers, that is the dominant village, the dominant lineage, and the lineages of later comers or tenants, that is the subordinate lineage. In the villages of the Mundas, Oraons and Bhils, one finds a dominant lineage group claiming descent from the original founders of the village and therefore the ownership of the entire village. On the other hand, the lineage groups in the village are the descendants of those people who in the distant past were permitted or invited to settle in the village by the elders of the dominant lineage. The original founders possess the most fertile bits of land in big holdings. They have some reserved pastures for their cattle. The dominant lineage is mostly concentrated and exercised as the authority in the village. So, in today's discussion, I have explained about the clans and lineage as units of tribal social system. I hope you have understood the concepts. In the next session, I will discuss family as unit of tribal social system. Thank you.